Hello, I'm Matt Guff from House.com, and this is a ride Crook wide. The ride Crook wide is a great all-mountain freestyle deck for anyone out there, from beginners to advanced level riders that want a board that does it all. The Crook is one of them. It's a little bit more freestyle oriented than all-mountain oriented, but it's still a board that you can take anywhere. And because it's a wide version, anyone with size 11 feet and larger is going to love this thing because it has a 25.8 waist width and larger. The Crook is a twin board. It has a twin rocker profile. It's not fully rocker. It does have a flat section underneath and in between the feet for consistency. And then on the nose and the tail, it has a little bit of rocker, not too much. It has a really nice sweet spot when you crack an ollie and a really nice spot to lock in those presses. The stance is centered. It has a 2x4 insert package, meaning that the adjustability for your stance options is pretty darn big. The Crook is pretty soft too, though. That's why it's a little bit more of a freestyle board than an all-mountain freestyle board, because when you're screaming down the hill at 1,000,000 miles an hour, it's not going to be as stable as some other boards within the line. Now, the flex rating of this thing is a 3. It's really, really soft, and it's only going to break in more from there. So when you're kind of like deciding on your size, if you're a bigger guy, kind of stick with the size that's meant to. Don't go down too far because you might overpress this thing. Inside is a foundation wood core. It's an aspen finger jointed wood core that retains its pop. And I like that. I like that even though the Crook is a soft board, it still has a nice bit of ollie, especially with a rocker nose and tail, which is pretty cool. The foundation core has been wrapped in a biax glass, which runs at 0 and at 90 degrees. And that biax glass is pretty soft. And the Crook overall, though, is pretty lightweight as well. And that's part of that has to do with the topless style construction. There's actually not like a piece of plastic over the top of the board. The graphic is actually supplemented into the fiberglass, and it kind of just reduces the overall amount of weight. On the bottom, you'll see this awesome graphic done by Brian Romero. It's pretty, the Unicorn Motorcycle Club, I think that's what that stands for. It's pretty awesome. It's a Fusion 1500 extruded style base. It doesn't have any die cuts. It's all a silkscreen underneath. It's easy to maintain. It's a little bit harder than most sintered style bases. The edge is a Rockwell 360 wrap, standard steel, and then one of the nice touches to the Crook wide is actually the urethane sidewall. It's called a slime wall. It doesn't change its flexibility in like different temperatures. So if you ride this board in 30 degrees and negative 20 degrees, the sidewalls aren't going to become brittle. They're going to stay consistent throughout any style of temperature. Overall, this is a rad board. At the price point, you really can't beat it. This is the Ride Crook wide board designed for guys or girls, I guess, with size 11 feet and larger. Make sure to check it out at thehouse.com and make sure to subscribe below to check out more videos in the future.